All right, we are back on Provost, and we're not going terribly far, about a half a mile. We're going to go up another hill to Shelley Drive.
1,000 feet, turn left.
All right, turning left. So I was coming from Newberry, so I'm heading towards Anderson, but
The
I'm
next
making a
left.
left on
Then
Shelley.
take the next right.
I think this was built as a bus shelter here. And of course, Provost is the road that runs to the Trails Mall. So
Take the next right.
really similar situation where we're heading up a hill. However, we get to cut off on this one. And there is a lot of mature landscaping. You know, it's interesting. This neighborhood is probably not as well maintained maybe as the Windsong. I think Windsong has a little bit of an air to it. And this neighborhood, I think, has a little bit more of, it's a little more affordable type neighborhood. I'm not saying there isn't pride of
After
ownership.
400 feet,
I'm just
bear
suggesting that it's just a little different than what we saw over there in
Bear
Windsong.
left.
Okay, we're gonna head up a hill again. So the neighborhood here is called Cascade Terrace. And I think the starts of these homes started earlier than Windsong. So I believe homes in this neighborhood probably started in the 70s. And here is going to be a mix of 2 stories, multi-levels, and then single stories. And some of those single stories will have a daylight basement. Okay, so getting an idea of the neighborhood. Then also another indication, now I don't know about Mystic, so we'll see when we get there, but another indication that we don't have street parking is this double yellow line down the middle. So, you know, you have to be comfortable with what you have in your driveway. Some people clear their property back so that they can have additional parking on the front side of their landscaping. Okay, so forgive me, but we are actually leaving Cascade Terrace. So right here is Apex Airport Road. And if you remember where the, the animal ASPCA.
Take the next right.
So this is Dickey Road, sorry. Airport Road is down that way. Airport Road is there. So this is Dickey Road. So the school is on this road, the elementary school is on this road, and the animal ASPCA, I believe, is on this road. So I forgot, Mystic is a little newer pocket neighborhood.
1,000 feet, turn right. Then take the next left.
Lots of new construction. I think you're going to be kind of blown away. I mean, I don't feel like you've been gone forever, but a lot of new construction. So these are townhomes, and I think this is all being built by Lennar. And I believe there's going to be quite a few of them. So, you know, this
take the next right.
Busy.
Then
okay,
take the next left.
Okay, guys, I'm all over the place. I didn't come the straightest way because we were coming from Newberry, excuse me. So Hidden Valley, you know, let's see what we see. Take the next left.
Then arrive at your destination.
So this is a little pocket neighborhood in Hidden Valley. So all of this is older.
You have reached your destination.
These are newer, and then I'm looking at them and saying, not so fast, girlfriend. Okay, so I think that your neighborhood is your other house. Your neighborhood is a more improved version of this neighborhood. Sorry. And what makes me sad about that is if you do like this house and you are going to buy this house, then you are buying the best house in the neighborhood. And it's not a bad neighborhood. It's just that does not follow the rule. Everybody says buy the worst house in the best neighborhood. So meaning you're probably buying the most expensive house in the neighborhood. And why has this house sat for a minute? It's probably because neighbors don't look horrible, but the neighbors don't look as fantastic as this. If everybody stepped up their game, that'd be another thing. And by the way, 2-car garage and not a lot of options for a third car parking space that isn't right in your driveway. Cul-de-sac, so again, much like what you have off of Ridgetop, but not a great spot for a third vehicle. All right, the driveway goes up to the house, so we probably never have any worries about any water getting in the garage by any means. It's not super pitchy, but it's a little pitchy. Missing a trim piece here. Definitely newer garage doors, newer siding, or fresh paint. Little road noise, that'd be that Dickey Road. The yard, the landscape is cute. It just needs a little freshening up. Little covered spot here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a good angle on the roof, but I think the roof is newer based on the building practice. So we have shingles, then we have this metal flashing, and then we have the fascia board. So that all looks super fresh. I'm going to say the person that did all this work really loved this house. So natural gas here. Looks like it's going to have a cute little backyard. We'll take a look at that when we go inside. I think this is going to feel considerably small compared to the other house. And while this feels like, you know, move in, easy breezy, I don't know. I might spend a little more money and go with the other house, because I think over the long haul, that is going to improve in value quicker than this will. Okay. We enter the house onto bamboo, which looks quite nice. Certainly a nice layout here. Carpet is almost identical to the last house, so I would say it's original. And the house it doesn't smell bad, so I'm not smelling pets or anything concerning like that. Nice vaulted ceilings in here. It is quite warm. I don't know, I'm not feeling any air conditioning on. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but I'll look around for that. So formal living room is quite spacious. Dining room around the corner, which is nice. This situation where it works the stairs up, which is fun. So, interesting here. I'm not a huge fan of it, but this is a concrete countertop. It's stained concrete, and then they put like a resin over the top of it. I will say they've done a good job with it. It is very cute, but it's not going to be everybody's taste. And so that's something that becomes like a barrier to entry. Copper sink, so a little bit of a maintenance ugh, but they painted their cabinets, and these are all, like the Home Depot style MDF boxes, wood doors. They're light, lightweight. They made a cute little pantry here. So we put the shelves in, bamboo floors. A lot of showings. And this is not an unpopular neighborhood. I should say that. It is a pretty popular neighborhood. Cute living space, nice little built-in there. Little eat-in space in the kitchen. The whole house is really cute, so it's very Pinteresty. And so, this is nice. I believe this is that Home Depot awning, but it really turned out nice back here. They took the trees out in the back, so we have nice light that would come in. I feel like the southwest, so similar orientation really to the other house. The yard slopes, so it's not perfectly flat, but you don't have little tiny people anymore, so it's not like, well, where are the kids going to play? This neighborhood, probably kids do play in the street. Okay, there is air conditioning, so the other house did not have that. I did not see that there, so you would have air conditioning here, which is nice. The other house is on septic. This, I believe, is 100% on sewer. Big, giant bunny in the backyard, but that road noise, so not as quiet. Paint on the exterior looks recent. Blinds on all the windows. So it's just a much more compact space. So if you said, you know, maybe this is good for now type thing, I think it has a lot of benefits. Here's your crawl space hatch, coat closet, powder room. So again, probably, you know, the very builder grade cabinets, MDF boxes, but put on new countertops, that's granite. Another little copper feature, pocket doors, laundry room. So not quite as much room, you know, washer and dryer here, but you could probably have a pop down table for folding or, you know, hampers or something in here. All right, garage. So it's a small 2-car garage, where the other had a lot of luxury coming backwards. This is definitely small and it's tight, so there's not a lot of elbow room from side to side, but it's clean. And there's your furnace, water heater. So let's see, age on the water heater. Maybe 2017. I could be wrong about that. I'm reading a serial number in a certain way, and so this might be quite newer. 25, yeah. And then I don't see anything concerning about the panel. When they did some work, they updated and got permits for that signed off. So perfectly fine. It's a small garage, a small 2-car garage. So it's probably a 1-car and some storage. All right, up we go. I already mentioned the carpet situation, and this was very much builder grade carpet with probably builder grade pad. So the other house, you might be able to get away with it because it was a little more luxury carpet. This you'll want to take care of pronto. But the price on this gives you room to do that. You know, get a credit possibly from the seller even. You know, just honey-do list things that I'm seeing. Okay, top of the stairs. Let's go to the primary first. Nice big wall here, so a king could fit there. I'd probably only use this as a headboard wall. This would conflict too much with the bathroom entry. Possibly a failed window gasket there, but nothing earth-shattering. The roof doesn't look ancient or beat up. Of course, the home inspector will tell you otherwise if it is a problem. And then this gutter system has gutter guards on it. So nice updates in here. The only thing I don't see is a threshold, so I'd love to see that. Really pretty floors, really pretty countertops. They kept the original cabinets, but very pretty, very nice shower. Got some, sadly, they didn't probably treat the tile, and so you've got some mineral growth or mineral staining. Pocket door to a walk-in closet, and not a bad walk-in closet. You know, it's not giant. It's probably a little smaller than the closet in the other house, but not bad at all. Pretty. They had good taste in their updates. It's just very small spaces. And we don't have one extra room, you know, like a JJ room. So nice little linen closet. And then the girls' rooms are really tiny. So let's say this is maybe a 10 by 10 small closet, scuttle access. And we've got similar on this side, but let's see. Shared bathroom, just one sink. Skylight looks rough. This may be 11 by 11, so slightly larger. So this could fit probably a queen and maybe a chest of drawers here or something there. But this room, in my opinion, would need to be a full at most. But a twin would probably do better. So that is Mystic.